And we're back. And I'm with City Manager Jackson.
Hi, Tom.
How you doing?
Great.
Okay, Mike Daly, why don't we go ahead and tell people a little bit about the meeting last night.
Okay, sure. We started off with just some recognition of a project that happened almost a year ago now, the Kennedy Tailing Wheels project. And it recently got an award from, I think it was called the Hall of Fame, somebody or another, for the building that was put up that's around it. And it is by, oh shoot, I wrote it down. So
all right.
Geez. It's a vague.
Wrong sheet?
No, it's not the wrong sheet. I just can't see
glasses?
anymore.
Maybe I can read it.
Jeez. Okay. Varco Pruden for their Blue Scope Steel building, and it won a big award, Hall of Fame designation and all that.
Okay, now you're going to send us a picture of that. We're going to post it to our website.
Yeah. And it, the building it just is amazing, and we get lots of good comments all the time, the whole park and everything. So that was a good thing.
Certainly is. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we covered this, and everybody that drives by Jackson, by the old fire station there, you know, the mural.
The mural is moving along. He's on the O now.
Okay.
Rand Huggett. And it's just spectacular, the amount of comments we get. We also put it up on our Facebook page, kind of, you know, advertising where he is and what he's doing. And just the positive feedback and the number of comments is really amazing. It's really great.
It's a great thing. And
it is. It's going to be really fun to see when it's all done.
Rand is quite the artist.
Yeah.
And
we'll miss him.
I don't know of anybody
we'll miss him there.
who does artwork quite as well as he does like that.
No,
the mural stuff and all of the projects for the fair as well.
Yeah.
For the last almost 25 years now.
Absolutely.
And then you're getting on to some more good news. It isn't often that government has as much good news as you have today. But I understand that the PERS rate went down for the city of Jackson.
Our PERS rate for law enforcement will be going down. Right now we're paying over 51% of salaries for the employer rate.
51% of salaries?
51%.
Oh my
and
gosh.
that's going to go down to a little over 26%. So that's a good saving. That's about 25% of savings.
How long was it at 51%?
It's been going up, you know, like 2 or 3% a year for the last 10 years or so. But it was always higher than most other agencies. I think IONS might be higher, but
so what would be what the police officer makes, half of that rate was going to a PERS retirement fund.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is a lot of money.
So it's about $120,000 a year that we'll be saving there.
Okay.
And then we also have water bond savings of about $240,000 a year coming up next year. That is going to allow us to rehire somebody that we had to basically freeze the position of. So that's going to help the water department out. So
that was the water bonds.
Correct.
Okay.
Our own ones, that we had issued when we purchased the plant. So that's a good thing. You know, 10 more years and it'll be all done.
That certainly is. Okay, so we were talking about the water bonds. When we come back, I think we're going to take a break, and we'll come back and we'll talk about the sewer.
That's a good idea.
All right. We're going to take a break, then we'll be back once again with Mike Daly. Stay with us right here on TSPN.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN. Amador County's local television network, TSPN.
We're back with City Manager Mike Daly of Jackson, and let's talk about your sewer.
Yeah, something we've been talking about quite a long time, and finally have agreement from the regional board that we don't have to build a irrigation system that would keep the water out of the creek during certain parts of the year. Department of Health is on board with that because Jackson Valley Irrigation District was successful in getting another potable water source besides Jackson Creek. So now we've been working with our engineers, Stantec, on developing exactly what we need to do. And it looks like a UV ultraviolet light disinfection system will be used instead of the chlorine because of the violations that we've been getting for the chlorine disinfection byproducts that have really gotten tight over the last couple of years. And then looking at a few other improvements out there as well, but they're all expensive, and the current estimate is about $12 million. And so since we don't have $12 million in our bank account ready to go for something like that, we're probably going to have to issue get a low interest loan, proportionally about 1.9%, is what we can get right now from the state revolving fund.
Okay.
But that's still going to cost us more money. So we're putting together a citizen rate committee. Two of our council members, Keith Sweet and Connie Gonzalez, are both appointed last night at the meeting, and we're looking for 3 more people to sit on it with them. So if you have any interest, now's the time to get in touch with them or call us at City Hall at 223-1646 and let us know that you're interested, because at the next meeting on June 9th, they'll be appointing that committee and moving
so
forward.
you have to move on that pretty fast.
Yeah.
What will that commission be looking at?
Well, they're going to be looking at a rate study that's been completed by one of the city's consultants, Georgette Aronow, on looking at how to come up with the money that we'll need in order to pay for the bonds and the costs of these improvements. And part of that is going to be changing the commercial rate structure. Right now it's based specifically for commercial based on the amount of water used. But what we're looking at in the future is how much water and the type of flow that the business is creating. So a restaurant might have a higher rate than a doctor's office, because their doctor's office is mainly just restrooms, but the restaurant is, has a lot of food disposal and other things too.
So when you said the amount of water used, well, one would probably use more than the other, but you also brought up the concept of flow.
Right.
So is that related to a pressure, the size of the pipe?
It's more the concentration and the type of sewage that a business has. So if it's just toilets flushing or hands washing, that's the low type of cost. But then you have other customers that have more intensive flow type things coming out of their business. That takes a lot more resources at our wastewater treatment plant to get clean. So that's what we're looking at.
All right.
In addition to the other rates.
So that's going to be categorized, and there's not much way you can meter that, right?
Well, it's based on the amount of water that somebody uses. So you're looking at that, but then also categorizing them as far as the type of business that they might be. So, and right now, we are doing a flow system with commercial businesses based on how much water they use from like November to May every year. So it's mainly the winter months of flow. But
have you had any businesses talk to you about that?
Not yet, but that's what I think is going to be a big part of this rate committee, is looking at that. But on the other hand, the residential rates are going to be increasing too, and it's always a concern when we're increasing rates that have not traditionally moved much. Our rates, I think, are about the lowest in the county right now. We're $29.35 for a single-family household per month, and it's going to start going up by, I think the first number is a little over $40 a month. That'll be effective later this year probably. And then another increase in the 40s, and then eventually, after 5 years, it could get up to as high as $63 to $66 a month for residential property, which is about what Sutter Creek is paying. It's less than Plymouth is paying and a little bit more than what Ione is paying. So it's pretty comparable, because some of the smaller systems that the water agency runs right now are over $100 a month, which is a lot of money, and we understand that. But unfortunately, these improvements cost a lot of money too.
Things certainly do get expensive.
They do quickly, and it's, we're probably going to be able to have the same number of operators out at our treatment plant, which is great. It's just really paying the bonds and the equipment costs, and a little bit more in operations too, because an ultraviolet light system requires more energy resources and that type of thing. Okay.
Well, give the number that people want to call if they want to get on that committee.
Yeah, it's City Hall at 223-1646, or they can call, if they know Keith or Connie, they can contact them directly. Yeah.
Okay. Great thing about small towns.
It is.
Thanks, Mike.
You bet.
Okay.
Thanks, Tom.
And thanks for watching TSPN. We'll see you again next time.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.